So you're looking to make the move to San Diego, but want it to match your lifestyle. Now, that might be an urban lifestyle, a hipster lifestyle, a beach lifestyle, or even a central business casual lifestyle. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you my favorite neighborhoods to match each of those ways of approaching your life, your day. And if that's what you're looking for, stick with me, because I'm going to take you into those neighborhoods right now, the good, the bad, the ugly. So if that's what you're looking for, let's go. All right, so you're looking for the city life. The obvious answer, but it is the answer, is downtown San Diego. Let me tell you, first of all, you're just minutes. And I mean, depending on where you are downtown, it could be 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes to the airport. Worst case might be about 12, not because you're far, but just because you might have to weave your way through some streets. So, location-wise, it's there. It's right on the San Diego Bay. And depending again on where you are, you might be overlooking Coronado, you might be overlooking Point Loma. It is a beautiful downtown, maybe and arguably the prettiest downtown in all of the United States. So, with that said, you have a number of advantages if you do choose this city lifestyle. Endless restaurants, endless bars, tons of shopping, and of course a lot of the city services if you need to go to renew your passport, or you need to go to a city building for just any reason. It's all there. It's convenient. The San Diego Padres Stadium, Petco Park, I was there last night, and there is a beautiful thing when you have built-in parking in downtown, one of the perks of living there. Of course, from a business standpoint, San Diego's financial center is in downtown, and you have a number of different industries that all have their base there. Of course, banking, but also law, and really close proximity to a lot of the military industry off Coronado or in Balboa. And of course, don't forget the tourism industry, which is thriving downtown. Always somewhere new to be, something new to do, and loads of concerts too. There are in fact several concert venues, not to mention Petco Park itself where the Padres play. There's actually 2 venues there inside the ballpark. Now they have what they call Gallagher Square right in the park, which is essentially still in the ballpark property, but outside of the actual diamond. It's an awesome place. You could get lucky there and just catch a great show, up-and-coming artists that soon thereafter you can't find anywhere but on a big stage. And don't forget about the Shell, San Diego, one of San Diego's newest concert venues, and one of America's great concert venues, like right out of the gate. This place is awesome. So make sure that you check it out. Loads of festivals that take place as well. You have Seaport Village. You have just about all of it. And good proximity to get south, get north, get east, across to all of the rest of the neighborhoods in San Diego that you might want to enjoy. Now, downtown itself is also divided into several neighborhoods, such as East Village, and of course, the famed Little Italy, said to be possibly the United States' best Little Italy. So again, it's just kind of has it all. It is a city-oriented life. You will feel much more urban, okay, than say in our next location, North Park. Let's just jump over there, where if you're looking for a more hipster location, something where the high rises go away, becomes much more low rise, becomes a lot more neighborhood feel, less tourists, more locals, and a little bit of that hipster flair, maybe a little bit of a strange mustache and a little bit of plaid or some, you want to rock your all-stars. Let's head quickly over here to North Park and explore the neighborhood. But before we do, I'm going to leave you, for not just downtown, but for every one of these neighborhoods, I'm going to leave you with the biggest pro, the biggest con. Biggest pro, it is ridiculously walkable, okay? It is the most walkable location in San Diego County, so there, downtown wins. Where it loses, its biggest con, it has the most homeless people in our county. So it has the biggest homelessness problem. It also has the most walkability. Yes, you tend to know where is what and where, to be and not to be. So it can be navigated. You will love it. You will be happy, but it has to be mentioned. By the way, if that's something you're considering wanting to know about, make sure that you take a moment to go to the first pinned comment or the description. I've given you super easy ways to get a hold of me, and I respond to everything. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days, 9 months, 9 years, I love hearing from people like you and will help you make a smooth move. All right, now jumping over to North Park, I mentioned a moment ago. We're now about 15 minutes from the beach and the airport. North Park is, while you could think of it as almost like a suburb of downtown, it still has an urban feel, but becomes much more of a neighborhood, becomes more of a place again where the tourism kind of dwindles down. It's going to be a lot more local, and it tends to have this sort of foodie, hipster kind of up and coming, if it's starting to be cool, it'll probably show up there before it shows up elsewhere type of thing. But if it's too cool, it won't show up there at all, because then it's just too mainstream and they don't like that. That's North Park. Now, I want to mention that it is extremely dog-friendly neighborhood, so I think all you dog lovers are going to really enjoy yourselves there. Some of the best restaurants in town are there. Again, it's a foodie scene, and they take pride in that. And they all have strange names, right? Like Dog and Whistle, or Hair and Bone, like just those kinds of names, right? Where it is just not ever trying to be mainstream. It does have also a bunch of microbreweries, a lot of bars, and it's active. It's somewhere that has nightlife, that you can walk around. It is walkable, but not to the degree of downtown San Diego. So what would I categorize this as? Again, if you take pride in being near the hot spot, so let's call that downtown. But downtown is, it's not local enough for you. You want to have something that is just more yours, more unique. That tends to be what North Park becomes for people. And so if you want that kind of below the radar trendy but not too trendy lifestyle, there's no better place for you to check out. Biggest con, biggest pro. The biggest pro in North Park, I would say, is the restaurant scene. It is just spot on. I mean, it is awesome. By the way, I own property in North Park. I have rental property there. It is a great place to invest in real estate. It is always rented out. Some of the highest tenancy rates in the county, tenant occupancy rates, are in North Park. So really, really good from that standpoint. But I would say that the con to North Park is, unlike downtown San Diego, where you have just so much going on, right? Like all the concerts and the entertainment and theater, and I didn't even mention theater earlier, but there's theater there too. There's not so much to do in North Park outside of eating, walking, drinking. That's kind of what North Park's all about. So if that's you, and it might not be that it's you all the time. It might be that that's you enough, along with meeting your neighbors and having that kind of lifestyle, that hey, 15 minutes to the beach, 15-ish minutes downtown, let's go. If that's you, then it's gonna work for you. If not, let's move on maybe to the next neighborhood, which is gonna be Mission Valley, one of the most central. I would say Mission Valley wins if you want a central, business-oriented neighborhood that you just kind of get to work, get to play, get to the highways, get to the freeways, jumping off point. That lifestyle is found in Mission Valley. Let's jump over there. Maybe that one's for you. Okay, so Mission Valley, I think the main thing here, not to start with something boring, but look, it's kind of a boring place. It's not terribly exciting, but it's in the middle of the mix. I mean, you name what you want to do, where you want to do it, you're going to be there within 15 minutes. You're going to be at the beach within 15 minutes. You're going to be downtown within 15 minutes. The beach being Pacific Beach and Mission Beach and Ocean Beach. You're going to be there quick. It's located right at the crossroads of not just the 8, which is our big east-west freeway that connects the desert to the ocean, but you have the 5 crossing through Mission Valley, north and south. And the 5, by the way, will take you all the way to Canada. You have the 805, you have the 163, and you have the 15, all converging right there in Mission Valley. So what it means is that there's a lot of business. It is a place where, say, somebody coming into town for a business trip, they very well might stay there just because they can get through to everything really quickly. But you might live there because it's relatively affordable to anything that's surrounding it, with such a strong location to go enjoy all of San Diego's. So think of it as a jumping off point. If you say, you know what, I don't have a La Jolla budget. I don't have the budget to be exactly where I want to be, but I want a good place, a safe place, somewhere that I feel good about, that people will come and visit me, that there's still restaurants, still, things around me. By the way, Snapdragon Stadium, where the new San Diego Major League Soccer team is going to play, it's right there in Mission Valley. It's where the Chargers played forever before they left town. It's where the Padres played before Petco Park. But you have downtown just south of you. You have the beach just west of you. You go east out to the desert, dune riding, do whatever you want to do. Then Mission Valley becomes that location. I would definitely encourage you that if you have an under $1 million budget and you want a prime location that's central to it all, don't miss out on looking at Mission Valley. Summary of it, biggest pro, location, biggest con. It's not that awesome there. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. There's just not that much to do there, but there's a ton to do right next to you. So you'll like that. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up where if you want central, but you want it to be beach. So you might say, listen, I don't care about anything, just put me around all the best beach towns. And if I were to tell you where to be, if you wanna be surrounded by San Diego County's best beach towns, I'm gonna point you right at Encinitas. Downtown, old Encinitas, some people call it. It is right there on the ocean. It's walkable. It has great restaurants, great bars. It's a cool place to go out. It keeps getting more and more development as well in terms of the restaurant, the food scene, the bar scene, all improving. The Malarkey Group put a restaurant out there just a few years ago, and it keeps elevating. So the cool thing about Encinitas, from a location standpoint, that's what you're really buying if you choose. Now again, this is coastal Encinitas. So you have Leucadia just north of you. North of that, you have La Costa, and then into Carlsbad, Oceanside. To the south, you have Cardiff and Solana Beach and Del Mar. So you can just ride that 101, right, the coastal highway. You could just go up and down, beach town to beach town. They all have their unique flair, their unique look, their food scene. And you can just live that beach lifestyle, always west of the 5 freeway, which for us in San Diego is kind of a marker, right? Are you west of the 5? Are you east of the 5? Well, west of the 5 is definitely considered coastal. And it is in and of itself just an awesome, fun spot, somewhere you easily could find me, right? Out on a Saturday night, a Friday night. It is that kind of place. And so if you're thinking to yourself, all right, I want to be central, but central to what? Well, no, I want to be central to why I'm in San Diego, to the beach. And if that's you, it's not everybody, but if that's you, you might not be able to find a better spot to just anchor down than in downtown Encinitas. You'll still, by the way, only be 30 minutes to the airport, so really has great access. I'm going to give you your pros and cons. Your pro, it has awesome beaches. Moonlight Beach is a crowd favorite. It is not so touristy because a lot of the tourists tend to go to, like Coronado and La Jolla and Pacific Beach, Mission Beach. So you have really great beaches. You have some beautiful cliffs. But the negative is that it's going to be the most expensive place that I've mentioned so far. So, for example, a townhome could be at a median price of about $1,140,000. And for a single family home, you're going to be in excess of $2.3 million. So that's just the nature of wanting that to live on the ocean in a premier central location like that. But if that's you, it's going to at least be somewhere you want to consider if you're thinking, well, should I be in Solana Beach, Encinitas, Carlsbad? Where should I be? Just sharing with you that Encinitas is one of the most central and easy to access everything else spots along the coastline. Guys, I hope you felt that this is a helpful video for you. By the way, I'm Dan Beer with Beer Home Team at eXp Realty. And if you need any help at all with your search, go to the first pinned comment. I've given you a ton of ways to get a hold of me. I take phone calls, text messages, Zooms, emails from people just like you every single day, and I enjoy answering your questions personally. Also, feel free to drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to know of any changing market conditions in San Diego. I'll see you on the next one.